Hello, everyone, and welcome to Prismat. And our topic is all about multiplication and division of rational algebraic expression. Objectives. Number one is recall multiplication and division of fractions and multiply and divide rational algebraic expression. So these are the objectives. Next, first let us find the product of the following. We have number one, we have 3 over 5 multiplied to 5 over 6. Then we have multiply numerator to numerator, 3 multiply 5, and then 5 times 6, denominator to denominator. And then you cancel the common factor. So this will be the common factor. 5 is the common factor. And then after that, we have 3 over 6. So these are the remaining factors. So we have 3 over 3 times 2. Why 3 multiply 2? Because factors of 6 is 3 and 2. If you multiply these two numbers, the answer is 6. And then again, you cancel the common factor. The common factor is 3. And then the given answer is 1 over 2. So this will be your product of two terms. Next, we have 8 over 3 multiplied to 2 over 8. Then again, multiply 8 and 2, then 3 and 8, numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. Since we have the common factor is 8, so you cancel the common factor 8. And the given answer is 2 over 3 because these are the remaining factors. So you copy 2 and then copy 3. Next, we have 14 over 5 multiplied to 2 over 7. And again, you multiply numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. So we have 14 times 2, 5 times 7. Then after that, you get the factors of 14. So the given factors of 14, we have 7 times 2, or 7 and 2 is the given factor of 14. So 14 factors, 7 times 2, and then 2, we have 2, copy. Then 5 and 7 multiply, so copy 5 and 7. And then after that, you cancel the common factor, and the given, the common factor is 7, so cancel out. And then the remaining factors of numerator is 2 times 2, then multiply, so we have 4, and then copy the remaining factor of denominator, and therefore we have 4 over 5. Then we have the multiplying rational algebraic expression. So we have same procedure in multiplying fractions. So the product of two rational expression is the product of the numerators divided by the product of the denominators. So in symbols, we have A over B multiplied to C over D, where A, B, and C, D, they call it polynomials. Then multiply numerator to numerator, we have AC, then B, D, denominator to denominator, where B and D is not equal to 0. So again, rational algebraic expression wherein the denominator is a polynomial and the denominator is not equal to 0. Next, so these are the steps in multiplying rational algebraic expression. So the first step, we have factor the numerator and denominator completely. Then the next one, we have divide or cancel out the common factors. Next, multiply the remaining terms. And then simplify. Example, find the product of 5a over 8 multiplied to 4 over 3a squared. So we have 5a over 8 multiplied to 4 over 3a squared. First step, factor the numerator and denominator completely. So this will be your given factors. 5a, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 4, 2 times 2 is 4. 3a squared, we have 3a, then a. So a and a, we have a squared. Then divide or cancel out the common factor. So cancel out the common factor, a, 2, and then another 2. Multiply the remaining terms. So the remaining terms, so we have 5 is the remaining factor, copy, and then 2, then 3, multiply. So we have 5, then we have a, so 2 multiply 3 multiply a, because the remaining factor of the denominator is 2, 3, then a. So we have 2 times 3 times a, and therefore simplify, let us multiply. So we have 5 over 6a. So therefore this will be the product. Next, we have multiply 4x over 3y, then 3x squared y squared over 10. So again, we have 4x over 3y multiply, then 3x squared y squared over 10. First step, factor the numerator and denominator completely. So this will be the factors of the first term, and this will be the second term. So this will be the factors of 3x squared y squared. So we have 3x, y, then y. Then 10, we have 5 times 2. 10 factors, 5 and 2. So multiply is 10. Then 3y, 2, 2, then x. So that will be our 4x. Next, we have divide or cancel out the common factors. So the common factors, we have 2, 3, then x. Then after that, you multiply the remaining terms. So this will be the remaining factor of the numerator, 2, then x, x, y. And then the remaining factor of the denominator is only 5. So we have 2x, x, then y. Then we have 5. Then simplify. So multiply 2 times x, then y, or 2 multiply x, multiply x, multiply x, multiply y, then over 5. And therefore, we have 2x cubed y over 5. So therefore, this will be the product. Next, we have what is the product of 2x minus 4 over x minus 5 and x squared negative 25 over x squared plus x minus 6. So again, this will be your given. And then first step, we have factor the numerator denominator completely. So this will be the given factors, because this one is, they call it the example of the greatest common monomial factor. So we have 2x minus 4, and the number that can be divided into 4 and 2, we have 2. So this will be the GCF, and then divided into this term. We have 2x divided into 2, we have x. 4, negative 4 divided into 2, we have negative 2. And then copy this one because this one is not factorable. So therefore copy. And then this one, we have x squared minus 25. And we call this difference of two terms. So we have two factors, two binomials. So x minus 5, x plus 5. Then we have x squared plus x minus 6. We call this simple quadratic trinomial. And therefore, the given factors, we have two binomials, x plus 3, then x minus 2. If you multiply 3 and 2, negative, because this one is negative and this one is positive. If you multiply inner and outer and then you add 3 times x, we have 3x. Then x multiplied to negative 2, we have negative 2x. Then you add 3x positive plus negative 2x, and therefore the answer is x. Then we have the, you cancel out the common factors. So we have the common factors. So this will be the common factors, x minus 2. And then we have x minus 5. Then multiply the remaining terms. So we have the remaining terms. So the remaining factor of the numerator is 2 and x plus 5. So therefore, you multiply this and then copy the denominator because this will be your remaining factors or remaining factor of denominator. Then 2x plus 5. Then x plus 3, bring down or copy. Then simplify. So you multiply 2, you distribute 2 times x or 2 multiply x, the answer is 2x. 2 multiply 5, the answer is 10. And therefore, we have 2x plus 10 over x plus 3. So therefore, this will be the product. Next, we have find the quotients of the following before we proceed to division of rational algebraic expression on how to divide rational algebraic expression. A short review on how to divide fraction. So we have 6 over 5 divided into 3 over 5. So all you have to do is you copy the first term. So this will be the first term, 6 over 5. And then you change the division sign into multiplication sign. And then all you have to do is you get the reciprocal of 3 over 5. So 3 over 5, your 5, it will become numerator, and 3, it will become denominator. So get the reciprocal. So we have, and then you proceed to multiplication, multiplying fraction. So multiplication, you multiply. Again, you multiply numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. And this one, we have 6 multiply 5, 5 multiply 3. Since this one are common factor, so therefore you cancel the common factor. And then this will be the remaining factor. We have 6 over 3. So 6 over 3, and then you divide because 6 can be divided into 3. So 6 divided by 3, and the answer is 2. Or it can be this one, 2 times or 2 multiply 3 because factors of 6 is 2 and 3. So multiply 2 times 3, we have 6. And then 3. So cancel out. So therefore, same, we have positive 2. Next, we have 8 over 10 divided into 8 over 5. So again, so you copy the first term, 8 over 10, then change this sign into multiplication sign. And then you get the reciprocal of 8 over 5. Your 8 denominator, it will become the numerator, and 5, the denominator, it will become a numerator. So therefore, this will be your uh, given expression. So 8 over 10 multiplied to 5 over 8. And then since this one is they are common, we have 8 and 8, so you cancel out. And then we have 5 over 10. Then 10 factors of 10, we have 2 and 5. 5 times 2 is 10. So 5 over 2 multiply 5. Then this will be the common factor you cancel out, and therefore we have 1 half or 1 over 2 is the answer. Next, 14 over 30 divided into 21 over 15. So again, first term, copy, and then change the sign of the division sign to multiplication sign, and then you get the reciprocal. So you switch the 21, then 15, so it will become 15 over 21. And then after that, you multiply or you get the factor of the first term and again factor of the second term. So 14. 2 times 7 is 14. Then 30 is 2 times 3 times 5. And then 15 is 3 times 5. And 21 is 3 multiply 7. And then you cancel the common factor. So 2, 7, 3, then 5. And therefore, the answer is 1/3. So we have the dividing rational algebraic expression. So we have same procedure on how to divide fraction. The quotients of two rational expression is the product of the dividend and the reciprocal of the divisor. In symbols, we have A over B divided by C over D. And you copy the first term. So this will be the first term, A over B. And then you change the division sign to multiplication sign. Then C over D, get the reciprocal because this one is, they call it the divisor. So reciprocal of the divisor. So we have C over D, it will become D over C. And then after that, multiply. So A times D, then B, C, B multiply C, where B, C, and D is not equal to 0. So we have same procedure on how to divide fraction and how to divide rational algebraic expression. But take note that your B, C, and D is not equal to 0 because if your B and C, including D, is equal to 0 and therefore they call it undefined. And the answer is not rational algebraic expression. So these are the steps in dividing rational algebraic expression. So we have same step in multiplying rational algebraic expression, but we have uh, the first one. And this will be, we add only this first step. So you multiply the dividend and the reciprocal of the divisor. And then we have the same procedure on how to multiply a rational algebraic expression, like you factor the numerator denominator completely, then divide or cancel out the common factors, multiply the remaining terms, and then simplify. So again, multiply the dividend and the reciprocal of the divisor and the procedure on how to multiply rational algebraic expression. Example, we have find the quotients of 14m over 10 and 7m squared over 15. So we have the given. And then first step, you multiply the dividend and the reciprocal of divisor. So first step, we have, you copy this one and then you change this division sign to multiplication sign, and then 7m squared over 15, get the reciprocal of the divisor. So therefore, 7m squared, it will become denominator, and 15, it will become the numerator. So therefore, this will be your expression. 14m over 10, then change the division sign to multiplication sign, and then you get the reciprocal of the second term. So we have 15 over 7m squared. Next, factor the numerator and denominator completely. So factors of 14m. So we have 7 times 2 times m. 10. The given factors, we have 5 and 2. So 5 times 2, we have 10. 15. Factors of 15, we have 3 times 5. And then 7m squared. M squared, it means m multiply m. Then copy 7. Next, divide or cancel out the common factors. So you cancel out the common factors. 7 is the common factor. 2, 5, then we have m. Next step is multiply the remaining terms. So this will be the remaining terms, and then this will be the remaining terms. So we have simplify, and therefore 3 over m. So therefore this will be your answer. Next, number 2, we have divide n squared minus 36 over n plus 6n divided into n plus 6 over n. So again, we have n squared minus 36 over n plus 6n. Then we have the division sign, n plus 6 over n. multiply the dividend and the reciprocal of the divisor. In short, you copy the first term and then you change this sign into division sign to multiplication sign. Then after that, you get the reciprocal of the divisor. So the divisor, we have n plus 6 over n, get the reciprocal. So therefore, this will be your reciprocal, n over n plus 6. Change the division sign to multiplication sign and then copy this one. Okay, so division sign, multiplication, get the reciprocal, n over n plus 6. Next, you factor the numerator and denominator completely. So this will be the given factor. Since this one is n squared minus 36, and we call this difference of two squares or difference of two terms. So the first binomial is the connected sign is negative and the other one is positive, or it can be positive, negative. So the square root of 36 is 6 and the square root of n squared is n. So n 6, 6. Okay, and then after that, n plus 6n, and we have the common factor. The common factor is n. And then after that, after you get the common factor, or I mean the greatest common factor, and then you divide to this term. So n divided into n. So we have n squared. So this one is n squared. This one is n squared. Okay, we have the n squared. And then after that, so change. So we have the n squared plus 6n. Then multiply to n over n plus 6. So the given factor is n squared minus 36. So we have n minus 6, then n plus 6. Then this one is n squared plus 6n. So find the greatest common factor. And therefore, we have n is the greatest common factor. And then you divide n squared divided into the greatest common factor, n. So n squared divided into n is n. 6n divided into n, we have 6. Then after that, we have copy n, then copy n plus 6. Then we have the divide or cancel out the common factors. So you cancel out n, then cancel out n plus 6. And therefore, multiply the remaining term. So we have n over n minus 6. This will be the denominator, the remaining factor. And I mean the numerator, the remaining factor is n minus 6, numerator, and denominator n plus 6. So n plus 6 is the remaining factor. Then we have simplify, and of course the answer is n minus 6 over n plus 6. So this will be your answer. Next, number 3, we have what is the quotients of x squared plus 6x plus 5 over x squared plus 5x plus 4 and x squared plus 8x plus 15 over x squared plus 6x plus 8. So again, this will be your given. And then you copy the first term and then you change this division sign to multiplication sign. And then we have get the reciprocal of the divisor. So we have x squared plus 6x plus 8 over x squared plus 8x plus 15. So that will be the first step. So the first step is you copy the first term, change the sign to multiplication sign, and then after that you get the reciprocal, then you proceed to multiplication. Then second step is factor the numerator and denominators completely. So this will be the given factor. So we call this simple quadratic trinomial, and also this one, and then this one, then also this one. So x squared plus 6x plus 5, and this will be the given factor. So since all of these are positive, so this term is positive, positive, no negative sign, so therefore we have positive. 1 times 5 or 1 multiply 5 is 5. You add this one, we have 6x. Next factor of this given polynomial, x squared plus 5x plus 4, we have x plus 1, x plus 4. Because 5 times 1 is 4. If you add this, we have 5x. Then we have x squared positive 6x plus 8. Factors is x plus 4, x plus 2. 5 times 2 is 8. Then we have 4 plus 2 is 6, or 4 times x, x times 2. Then you add 4x plus 2x. The answer is 6x. So same. Then we have x plus 5 multiplied to x plus 3. And this will be the given factor of this polynomial. So we have x and x is x squared. 5 times 3 is 15. And then if you multiply this 5x, then 3x. So we have 3x, 5x, and 8x. Or simply 5 plus 3, we have 8. Then after that, you cancel out the common factor. So that will be the next step. Cancel out the common factor. So we have x plus 1, cancel out. X plus 5, cancel out. Then x plus 4, cancel out. And therefore, the remaining factor, we have x plus 2, x plus 3. And therefore, this will be your answer. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something. See you on my next video. Bye!